More analysis coming up about Scotland. We're going live to Holyrood. Neil Patterson is there for us in a moment or two. But we can talk now to the UKIP leader, Nigel Farage. And a very good morning to you after a long night for us all, Mr Farage. Now, you're going to say that UKIP has now become officially the third party in the UK?
Oh, quite comfortably, yes. I mean, we've made breakthroughs across the country, and we're about to win a handful of seats in the Welsh Assembly, and I believe we're going to win seats in the London Assembly later on today. But significantly, of course, and we're rather good at this, we've come second in the English council elections virtually everywhere we've stood. So, you know, the story is UKIP support is still growing. It's growing predominantly at the expense of the Labour Party. We're biting hard into the old Labour vote, and things are going well for us. And
I'll also say it for you came second in the two by-elections as well, didn't you, for Westminster?
So we're very good at coming second, yeah.
But of course you want to come first, and particularly your view in the referendum. But tell me about why you think you're biting hard into Labour. Is it because of Mr Corbyn?
I believe it is, yes. I think that many traditional Labour voters look at Mr Corbyn, look at a Labour Party that's gone way, way, way to the left, a Labour Party that is very metropolitan, and a Labour Party under Mr Corbyn that doesn't look very patriotic and completely refuses to engage with issues like immigration, which is the #1 issue in their lives because of the effect on wages, school places, hospitals and everything else. And frankly, unless the Labour Party were to change course, I think UKIP will go on growing at the expense of Labour.
Well, you've called them hard-left Jew haters. I mean, do you think the anti-Semitism was a factor?
Well, I haven't called them that, no. But do I think...
Well, you're reported to have said that, Mr
Well,
Farage.
I haven't said it, so let's just get that clear, shall we? No, look, I think the party has been taken over by a hard left caucus. Is there anti-Semitism within the Labour Party? Clearly there is. Has that had a big influence on this vote? I'm not so sure, frankly, it has. I just think a lot of people are deserting Labour. They just don't see it as standing up for Labour values.
Tell me about the Welsh results. Still waiting for those, the proportional representation part of that. Some of the lists there still to report. Do you wish Neil Hamilton all the best?
Well, I wish him all the best, of course I do. You know, he's back in elected politics after a 20-year break. And I want UKIP in the Assembly to be big voices for Brexit over the course of the next 5 weeks, but to engage constructively in that chamber. You know, under devolved powers, Wales now has the worst healthcare delivery in the whole of the country. And if UKIP can bring some pragmatism and a sensible voice to that, we will.
And what do you think this means for the EU referendum campaign? We've talked before, haven't we, Mr Farage, how, well, really some of the levers, particularly the Conservative ones, don't really want to have much to do with you. Are you saying back to them now, look at these results, look at the voters I can bring along?
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, if there was a general election tomorrow, on these numbers, UKIP would get somewhere between 5 and 6 million people voting for it. And there are many more that agree with what we say, but vote for other parties. So clearly, the UKIP voice in this referendum, getting our voters out and addressing the real issues that some in Westminster tend to shy away from, clearly UKIP's an important part of this referendum. And look, I've said it before...
But do you want a bigger role? Do you want a bigger, higher profile role?
Well, I don't really need a higher profile role, but what I want us to do is all to work together.
OK, Nigel Farage, thank you very much indeed. Leader of UKIP, of course. Well, we promised...
Big Man Tyrone here. Make sure to subscribe to the wicked awesome Robin Hood UKIP YouTube website. He exposes the leftist crops on the British brainwashing corporation. Nice.